What's going on, Legion? Azrael here, like always, and yeah, man, we're back with some more music. Now, you know who it is, because the name of it's somewhere down there. Somebody told me how to say their name one time. That was a very long time ago. I kind of forgot. So just for the sake of things, I'm not going to say their name and butcher it and or ruin it. So if you guys want to let me know how to say their name correctly, pronounce it correctly is what I was trying to say, let me know. But this is heaven. This is from somebody on Twitter that, understood. You need something for me to check out like right now. Tweet it to me. I see I'm on Twitter all the time, always checking it out. And yeah, so let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good. I kind of hope I could use some music after all the computer crash and whatnot. I need something to lift my spirits up. This isn't going to do that, is it? This is going to be like a depressing song. I can't. Let's go. I'm so glad I put a noise gate, because people out there are loud. So hopefully, if I don't talk, you don't hear it. Hopefully. I always like the symbolism and the effect their videos have. That hair, though. Alright. I'm kind of liking it. I don't know if this is considered a Victorian thing with whether it was that kind of like English estate. Let's do that. It's so loud for me. Does she ever wear a shirt? Alright. Oh, there's a shirt. Their music videos have so much like visuals to look at. It's crazy. It's like an indie film I'm watching. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm watching an indie film. I mean, what else is that? I don't know if I'm yelling or if it's just really loud for me. I guess I have to check that after this video. I have a lot of things to say. I don't want to say them right now. I'm just watching. I don't want to like talk over it a whole lot. What are those, ring wraiths? What am I watching? Took my heaven away. Well, I don't think I'll be going through the whole treatment like I do a lot of other specific music. But I mean, let's diagnose that one lyric. You took my heaven away. Either that guy was murdered, is what it looks like, and that's the person she loved, or she was murdered. I think it looked like she was being murdered at the end of it. Yeah. You know, her life could have been her heaven because she could have been having a great life. You know, a lot of different things come into my mind when you hear that. Rose petals. Got it. Yeah, let's just kind of end it right there. Okay, so I got the sniffles, man. My bad. So this is what I got to say about this group of people. I don't think that the band, the singer, and the videos go together. Like, she almost kind of reminds me of like the lead singer from Hailstorm, kinda. Very powerful voice, a voice that can do anything. Not that the band's the problem. I think that it's the music they play. Her voice and the music that's being played, for me personally, does not match. I can't actually get into this song at all. I haven't listened to this band in a while since the last reaction I did of them, which I was not impressed then. I think that as fundamentals, they're great. She's an awesome singer. I really love hearing her voice. I think the band is very too upbeat for me. I like more harder stuff, whether it's anything from rock to metal. I can even get into some screamo. I can even get into some death metal. I've never had Bruno Mars. I don't, I know he's a different kind of artist, but the music that he plays is more upbeat, and that had like a low tempo to it, for sure. But there was something in there that had a very much high sound every time it was hitting, ding, ding, or whatever it was that I was hearing, which made it not feel like it was such a downer, which is weird because the video was like people getting murdered or some sort of form of symbolism, black and white. That was a very dire, dark. That wasn't like a Sunday, day with the family. That video, black and white video. It was something of the opposite of happy is what it could have been or what it looked like to me. But the music didn't seem to fit her voice and or the music video. Like, I brought up Bruno Mars because he has like an up-tempo kind of style in a lot of his music, a lot of his popular music, and I love his voice. I don't like that style of music, and I'm not saying their styles are the same, but not styles, but when you break it down to the instruments and the style of instruments that you're using, that is what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of how they played the music. Same with Bruno or anybody else that. You can hear it in rap. Sometimes there's a rapper singing and you're like, what's that beat? That beat is not matching his voice. So that's how I feel about it. I don't think I've heard a song that I've really, really liked from them. For anybody that's been here for a while and has checked out some of my other music reactions, whether it be Fourth Impact or 21 Pilots, I don't like all of 21 Pilots. In fact, the first song I ever heard from them, I think, was Stressed Out, which was probably one of the worst things because I heard it and I'm like, that's actually a really good song. And then I heard like Car Radio and I'm like, that's not a good song for me. I don't like that. It's a good song, but not for me. Like, I can recognize the talent that they have that this group has. I can understand and recognize the talent, no problem. It's just sometimes, for me personally, it doesn't come together that way. Heathens or, even Fairly Local, I'm like, that song is incredible. I find, at least for me, the mark of a great band or a great group or a great singer or performer is to take something that I don't like and at least make one version of their art, music, and make it comparable to anybody. So you have plenty of time to do this in albums. You have 12, 21, 22 songs, however they are. I don't buy music by the album anymore. I just get individual songs now, so I don't actually know where people most likely selling their stuff or how bulk with what a CD or album has now. But 21 Pilots, they change their stuff all the time. The hit and miss. Now, if you like them personally, you're going to like all their music. For me, I like who they are as individuals because they're funny and they just kind of have I understand who they are for the most part. But I don't like all their music, and that's just a thing. I like a handful of music from them. This group, from what you guys have selected or have linked to me, has not made me go, that one song was really good. I can't wait to see if they have another song that's along that line that I could finally get into. I'm not comparing them to 21 Pilots, but I'm comparing I'm comparing them to the point of when I hear them. Because it's the same thing. I heard 21 Pilots for the most part through reactions, which is really cool, and I've heard this group through reactions. And I started out really not caring for them, and then over time, 21 Pilots, I found more and more of their music that I liked, like 5 songs maybe. And sorry for the sniffles again, I'm just all over the place, Jesus. But they, so far, from what you guys have elected, I haven't found that one song that really latches me to these people. This song for me was like a huge miss. I liked her voice, and honestly, I could, it's like when you listen to Paramore, you're like, oh, I like her voice. She has that huge whatever, and sometimes they have like a stupid beat, and you're like, it's ruined. Fuck. So for anybody that wants to link me something from this group, don't link me your favorite song. Try to link me what is considered to be their most popular song. If this wasn't it. If this was it, then maybe they'll have another one that they've already come out with that I can listen to now. But try to find something that is shared the most. That for people that don't know this band, and you're like, judge them on this song. I mean, I've already listened to them 5 times now, 4, 3-ish. I've listened to them a handful of times. Most likely, people would have just said, I don't like them, and never revisit. I'm always open to hear music from anybody. And, try to find a song that is just widely accepted as just one of their, something like, I don't want to say that I like casual music, but try to find me something that's either played on the radio a lot or that would be played on the radio a lot. That's always a bad thing in rap, somebody that gets played on the radio versus like somebody that's underground and has like really good music underground, but they don't get played on the radio. But they're a band, and a band that doesn't really have like swear words or homophobic slurs, so they can be on the radio. And try to find me something that is widely popular so I can gauge them. And if this was that song, hopefully they have another one. Because for me, this song, it did not hit me. I didn't get invested in this song, I don't think, at all. And every music video or every time I've reacted to them, I've always went, that was a great video. Or she's really good singing. Or they had a good beat, but it never comes together for me, ever. And I think it's all good. It's just, I don't know what it's a style. Maybe it's a style. Maybe it's just a specific style that I can't get into. Maybe I'm just too old, and I am so sorry for being old. Believe me, no one's more sorry than me for being old. But try to find me something that, whether it's widely considered or maybe you just think it's the best. If you think it's the best, not your favorite, but what you think you've heard a lot of people, this is the greatest, whatever. Try to find me something that's like the most popular. And I'll try to gauge it off of that. So I think I'm going to end it right there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like the video, like the content, you can always like, subscribe, or share. Remember, it's completely up to you. I do appreciate it, though. You can always leave a comment down below. I'd love to see other comments if you want to discuss anything we've talked about. And once again, my name is Azrael, and I'll see you on whatever video I'm doing next. Just want to say, don't throw a bunch of hate down there just because I don't get something, or maybe because I'm not a fan of it. I try to make it pretty well known that if I don't like something, it is my personal opinion that's not for me, not that I'm saying that the world shouldn't listen to this. If you like this music, all the more power to you. That's completely okay. But I judge things based on a bunch of different criteria. But when I get personal about it, it is, do I like it or do I not like it? I never get into blank judgments where I'm like, you shouldn't watch or listen to this, unless it's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because that movie was horrible. It's not a judge. It's a warning. Don't go see that movie. But so try to understand. Don't hate on people that are giving a personal opinion. I always try to make it pretty open that if I don't like it, it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just that I'm just not into it. So hopefully you guys got that. Hope there's not a lot of negativity, because some people are, no matter how old you get, some people just don't have the mental capacity to understand someone else's perspective. And when you're listening to music, whether it's this group, 21 Pilots, or whoever, specifically the 21 Pilot groups, I've ragged on that group a lot. I've ragged on that band about some certain songs that I just did not like. And I get a lot of, hey, I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea. And I think that this group has like their own message and their own thing, very similar. Maybe not the same as Top, but along those lines where I think the fan bases either can cross or they're similar. And so I hope, you're understanding. And I think people that listen to this type of music are usually, they're more understanding. They kind of, more cognitive power up here. When you listen to music that seems like it has a purpose behind the lyrics. It's not just blank canvas music that's just meant for the radio. This has something behind it. So hopefully, the fans behind this understand where I'm coming from and don't hate on me too much. And I do apologize if I compared too much. I try not to compare bands. I just try to compare circumstances of what I've experienced and how I experienced them. So again, I'm not comparing this group to another group. Just the experience I've had from listening for both of them. And with that, I really am going to get out of here. Thank you, and later.